Hey, I have been thinking a lot lately about cheating, and it's just something that, as a tarot reader, as an astrologer, someone who gives a lot of guidance to people regarding relationships, it frankly comes up quite often. Um, I'd honestly say it's made me a lot more aware of how often and frequently it happens, which is unfortunate, because I at the end of the day, do consider myself to be kind of a romantic. I want to believe in, true love and, monogamy and stuff like that, finding a life partner who you can really build a life with and have family and just know that there's trust, between each other. And, unfortunately, I feel like in my own track record of relationships, again, it totally depends on the person I've been with and all of that, but I've obviously experienced my own fair share of cheating and betrayals and stuff like that. And that's, every time it's hard, especially when you have a lot, of hope invested in the relationship, or, again, you want to believe that the person is being honest with you. But, again, I'm honestly grateful at the same time that I have been through what I've been through. It's given me perspective. I really do or have learned kind of how to keep my emotions in check and not get too invested in someone until they really do show me their true colors. I'd say a lot of times it takes, several months, if not a year, if not several years, to truly know someone who they, are. I know right now there's a video on TikTok, or this series of 52 videos this woman filmed, just documenting how she married someone and he had this like crazy double life she never knew about. So, but yeah, coming to India especially, it's wild to me how rampant the cheating is. It's hard to really truly gauge how bad it is, because I think a lot of people obviously are never going to admit that they've cheated on their partner, So any statistics around cheating and stuff like that are probably not great to go off. But again, being a reader here in India and the people I meet, like, people don't even really try to hide it that much in my experience. Like, I frequently will have couples who admit that they are cheating on their married partners, and they'll be asking me for guidance around their cheating relationship, and asking, like, should I leave my actual marriage partner and stuff like that. And it's all messy, and like I said, I hate knowing that there's just no loyalty in a lot of situations. I just, and again, it has me really reflecting on society at large and the concept of monogamy. I don't know that I don't know. Like I said, I'm still figuring out if I even think that humans are capable of monogamy, or that it is something that we should be, stressing so much. I think if we go back, thousands of years in human society, like, I think we were more like community-based, and it wasn't so one-on-one relationships. It's like everybody raised children regardless of who the parents were. Biological parents, at least, right? And as I say, I think these days that it's like the brainwashing and, societal conditioning and thinking that people need to get married. In India especially, there's so much just like insisting on people marrying, for women, again, by like 26, whatever, guys, definitely by 30. And I will forever stress that I don't think most people are emotionally mature, financially stable, whatever, all of those factors to be in a good place to make this kind of long-term commitment decision. And I think it's just continuously backfiring on people because, again, as soon as you involve children and all these other, heavy, contractual situations, people don't feel like they have options. They can't get out easily from these commitments, and so they see their option is to cheat. And I do think that's a big part of the reason why the divorce rate in India is so low. It's still only around 1%, because it's like, rather than to divorce and go through that trauma and turmoil, because, again, it does tend to involve the families as opposed to in the United States where it's more one-on-one stuff. People just see like the easy out to be cheating, and I really don't see a lot of guilt and remorse about it for the most part. And I do think, a lot of women at least are more likely to kind of forgive and accept that it's happened. And this is not to say that, women aren't cheating too. I definitely see plenty of women in India cheating as well. But I don't know. So I've been dating a little bit here in India while I've been here. And I can name on my, I can name 3 different people who I have either immediately found out that they were cheating and, married, and they were just saying, yeah, I'm married, but we're thinking about separating. So as if it were nothing. And I'm just like on the date being like, okay. And like obviously didn't continue it after they disclosed that with me. But then of course there's been other situations where like I didn't know until later on. And that was, disappointing. But yeah, I don't know. It's really got me in my, my thoughts and just reflecting again on whether expecting monogamy and long-term commitment of people is realistic, first of all. I think looking at people's, astrology charts and stuff like that can definitely give indicators of people who are more likely to be loyal and, not have such an issue with long-term commitment and stuff like that. So I don't think it's necessarily like one case fits all for everybody. I think some people are more, wanting and desiring of having open relationships and not committing, and having that self-awareness is so important, and being honest about that from the beginning also, But I guess, I don't know, where I've landed ultimately is I really think that we need to give people more time to figure out what they want. I think expecting people to marry in their 20s is a really bad idea. I don't know, I just feel like I talk about this every single video too, but it's kind of what I've realized from giving thousands of readings to people, and just like cheating is just the lowest of, for me at least, I think it's so, tasteless, and I just don't understand not being honest about what you want, about who you're dealing with. And if you can't give that to someone, like, you don't deserve to be in a relationship. That's honestly how I feel, right? But I don't know. I think I understand why people do it to a degree, especially people who marry super young and then, married for very materialistic reasons, whatever it be. And later on, they realize that they don't actually feel the same emotional connection. They don't have the same physical connection, whatever. And I don't know. Like, I just think it warrants a little bit more reflection as a society, because I do think cheating is very, very harmful psychologically. It's feels like a very serious betrayal, and I think it can be avoided in a lot of situations with just a little bit more communication, a little bit more honesty. So just wanted to share some of these thoughts. But yeah, I'm really enjoying being single for now. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any thoughts.